Welcome, welcome back. Excuse me. Welcome back to the KG Show. It's your boy KG. Our topic today is commonalities. Commonalities. Things that are the same as they were before, almost like a deja vu. Okay, I know. What are you talking about, KG? Look at what's going on in our society. Again, racial tensions are as high as they've ever been. Instead of them dampening, fuel is being put on them. Gasoline is being put on them by the people who run this country. They support one faction and not support another faction. They lean to one side and not to another side. They are debating whether they should help the needy with another $2,000 check or continue to let them struggle. They're debating that. They're debating that. Let me continue. While debating that, people are struggling. People are suffering. People are rioting. People are hungry. And the whole time that this has been going on, there's been a voice getting at you, telling you, saying to you, are you ready? Are you preparing? Are you paying attention to what's going on right around you? What are the parallels? Well, we know that the Great Depression was a huge suffering to this country. Huge. People were taking their own lives. They were desperate because of the change that had happened in the country. Well, while that was happening, other people were getting rich. Hand over fist, they were getting rich. That's right. They were getting rich. The whole time World War I and World War II and all these other things were going on, the car companies were getting super filthy, fat, dumb rich. War brought the need for vehicles, modern vehicles, that could withstand some things, that could endure some things, that could get you to and fro under rough and sometimes no road circumstances. I'm leading somewhere with this. So, we have come a long ways. We've come far down the road. Now, I always use these biblical references because they have so much meaning. As it was in the beginning, so it will be in the end. Now, you see, for the last several hundred years, this cycle has continued in every century. In every single century, someone comes and tries to take over the world. It's not a joke. They do it in every century. Several times in the last century. What is significant about this century that we're 21 years into that hasn't happened? Well, because of the boom of technology and science and all these other things that are going on, just out of the world technology. Some of it that 80% of people are just benign to. They have no idea that it exists and that it's moving at a rapid pace. This technology is based on science. And the scriptures talked about this science. I always say I'm not a preacher, I'm just using this as a reference. That with this science, man would think that he was what? Unbeatable. And he would continue his, like he does in every century, to control the world and to control the money that's in the world, in the people. So, back to the basics. Are you prepared? Are you watching all this in awe and following the stories in awe? Or are you also on the back end preparing? That's what they're telling you to do. They're saying it without causing a panic like they caused a panic during the Great Depression. They're telling you without causing the problems that they caused in the past. The cycle is just repeating itself. We're just more advanced. This boom in technology, this boom in science, man is seeing things that he's never saw before, ever. And while he's seeing it, those people are getting super rich. So if they're getting super rich, what's up with all the suffering that's going on? Uh-oh. What's going on? All the suffering that's going on worldwide. Should I take the pandemic relief? I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the shot. Should I do it? Should I not? So many subjects and so many situations are coming at you so rapidly that 80% of people just simply can't keep up. Even if you follow podcasts like this one, you see me jumping from subject to subject and showing you how they're all actually tied together. But some of y'all can't follow it. Oh, there's a reason for that. You're preoccupied, which means you're not stocking up on dry goods, you're not stocking up on water, you're not making sure you have provisions for you and your family. This is the season of unity that we're stepping into. We must be unified together to stand against what's coming, to have a chance against it. The next voice that you're going to hear in our society, right? All this chaos that you see is pushing us towards something else, right? One world religion. Look at all this going on over here and over here and over here. There's so much going on, so many deaths, so many people dying, and we're praying to so many. Let's just change it to one world religion. See, that's what all this chaos is going to bring about. One world religion. That might sound like something. Maybe those who read the word and study, you've heard this before in a different language. But it's been foretold. And what's the point of everything I'm saying today? Why did I throw so much garbled information at you? Because, well, some people are tripping on the garble, the news events, the rioting in Washington, Trump and his antics, how our government is responding to all of these things while dealing with a pandemic, while dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. All this stuff is keeping you defocused from what really matters. And what really matters for each and every family that are listening to these words, whether you're a pastor, a bishop, or just the dude at Cars, or the dude at McDonald's, or the dude at Mickey D's, or whatever. The most important question that you can ask yourself right now is, are you preparing for harder times for you and your family? All those things that I talked about are really just distractions. Some of us have to be able to cut through the garble and make provisions for the ones we love. We talked about all that suffering that went on in the early part of the last century. How millions were dying. The 9 million Jews, not to mention all the people that died and all the battles that were fought to free them. That kind of death and that kind of activity is coming to the 21st century. It's part of our history. Pull it up for yourself online. In every century, there's a great war. Every single last one. As it is in the beginning. In the beginning, they were warring all the time. So it will be in the end. It's just that simple. It's your boy KG, and I'm just getting at you thought-provoking thoughts. Thought-provoking thoughts. If you have the opportunity to go out and prepare and get the essentials that you need, a good first aid kit, rotating stock water, dry goods in your house. We're saying not just in case, we're saying for sure it's coming. You mean to tell me that the 21st century is going to be the first century in the history of all centuries where they don't have a great war? Think about it. It's your boy KG. Get at me, baby.